Hey everybody. Y'all, I was today years old. I was today years old when I learned that you can go live on YouTube with the camera off. You don't have to have the camera on. Y'all, I thought you could only do that in StreamYard, so I don't know how long YouTube has been doing this or I haven't been paying attention, but I'm glad I finally noticed that I can be live and turn the camera off. Love it, love it, love it. Haven't been feeling camera ready. And y'all, I don't know what's going on with me. Um, so what I'm saying is like I have been like my eye has been irritated, so it's looking red. Hold on, y'all. Anyways, I'm back. I was talking to my son. Anyway, yeah, I have been going to the eye doctor to make sure everything's good, and they're saying it's just like allergies or dry eyes. So I'm just worried like, oh my gosh, it's like some type of disease or it's infection. It's not an infection because I don't feel any pain. There's no discharge or anything. TMI, TMI, but it's just like off and on red or looks pink, and it's not pink eye. So sometimes I use my allergy medicine and that helps, but then I try to keep my eyes moisturized with eye drops. Anyway, y'all, it affects some people, but I did learn that the older you get, the more prone you are to dry eyes. So it's very important to take care of that. Anyways, today's topic is, hold on one second. Today's topic is, would you be okay with your child putting you in a nursing home, or would you put your parent in a nursing home? Put a parent in nursing home. Would I can't even spell today. Would you put a parent in a nursing home? Maybe I should word it better. Should you put a parent in a nursing home? Should you? Y'all, I'm trying to do my poll question. Should you put a parent in a nursing? Anyways, y'all, I'm watching this video about nursing homes, nursing home life in America, or just nursing home life. I'm not done watching the video, but I have been thinking for a while. I actually listened to an audiobook about um the aging population, the baby boomers, the people who are so many people are needing care and people wanting in-home care. Should you put a parent in a nursing home? Okay, that's my poll question today. So I was reading, hey everybody, your voice is inspiring. God bless you. Thank you so much. Hi, Jolene Young. So, y'all, I'm just so glad I'm able to go live without being on camera. Woo, save me. Um, I got transferred into a wheelchair and I'm watching you with my nurses. Hi, CMVP. I'm glad you are able to listen in, okay? Hi, Jackie. So today's question is, would you put or should you put a parent in a nursing home? And do you think your children should, like, how would you feel if your children put you in a nursing home? Would you feel betrayed or, you know? Thank you for subscribing, Jackie. So in my opinion, I think ideally in a perfect world, you shouldn't put your parent in a nursing home, right? In a perfect world, and when I say perfect world, I mean you can afford it. You can afford to take care of your parent. You have the physical ability to take care of your parent, mental ability. Um, and it depends on the relationship you have with the parent. How was that relationship? You know, I don't think you should have someone take care of you who doesn't like you. You know what I'm saying? Or has some type of tension. But you can like someone I mean, you can not like someone and still take care of them, but I just don't like the idea of that tension and, you know, but you do what's best for you. But I think ideally it would be nice to have a parent age in their own home where you take care of the parent. Nursing home is not ideal, due to low staffing and abuse allegations, and some people in nursing homes feeling lonely. I think I have my finger over the microphone. So, yeah, it just depends on the situation. I say do what's best for you. If you're, if especially if there's other people possibly available to help, why not? Why not let them help? Some people are better equipped to do certain things. I think some parents believe that a child is obligated to take care of them, but that's not the case. Children are not asked to be born. Yes, they did raise you up, but sometimes, in a way, a parent raises their child affects how the child will want to take care of that parent. You know, you should be a good person in general just because, and then especially if you're a parent, you need to be good to your children because that's the right thing to do. And if you want to have a long lasting relationship, a good relationship with your child, you want to be the best parent you can be, you know? And if your child is not willing to help take care of you, that's their right. You can't guilt trip them, you know? Like the video was saying that I'm watching, it was saying that I was reading something. Or was it a video? I'll get back to you on that. But anyways, basically people in nursing homes are so lonely. Like it's a big thing to feel alone, like not having visitors and obviously not receiving the best care, but a lot of people are just lonely. So it was just the article was basically saying if you have a loved one in a nursing home, at the very least, visit them often, check up on them to make sure they're okay. And I feel like that's the right to anyone to do if they had the ability in yeah. But you cannot expect your child to take care of you. It would be nice, but your child has their own life to live and they got to make their decision. You cannot expect people to take care of you. Like we all learned that no one is coming to save you. You have to save yourself. So that's my opinion on that. So you guys, do you feel like you should put a parent in a nursing home? And how would you feel if your child put you in a nursing home? I think it depends on culture. Some people believe no matter what, take care of family, 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 no matter how bad it is, how toxic or abusive, family, family, family. When they really don't know what family means. And there's some people who really are a family unit and they truly love and care about each other, support each other, feel safe with each other, got each other's back. There's no animosity, it's healthy boundaries and everything. So it just depends on the situation. We all would want some help, right? We all could use some help. But if somebody doesn't want to help you, like, unfortunately, you got to find other means. What's the question, Amen? Thank you for joining, Sammy P. Despite all that you're going through, thank you for joining the live. Thank you for being my nigga so earlier. No. Well, I'm glad you're able to join the live, Sammy P. I'm glad that you have good nurses. Why don't you care, Amen? You can easily just click off, okay? That's the beauty of like variety, many different channels, many different people on earth. If you don't like someone, you don't like something, just click off. If they're not hurting you or anyone else, you can just click off. Okay? People are allowed to express themselves. This is a platform for expressing yourself. And if you don't like what you're hearing, you can find another channel or make your own channel. People have a right to express themselves. Okay, so there's many channels you can scroll on down to. Amen. You can scroll on down. I had another idea for live today, but I decided to talk about this for the moment. But we could switch it up, y'all. We could switch it up. You guys, I want to talk about the fact that I'm cleaning today, and I should have started earlier, but it's okay. The day is still here. It's still daylight. So right now I'm doing laundry, and I need to clean the kitchen, vacuum, clean the bathrooms. Yeah, it's a lot going on. I'm going to make sure my son is helping me as much as he's able, because I am not super mom at all. You know, moms out there, if you need help from your child, don't be afraid to ask. I was raised to have to clean. No question asked, you would get beat if you didn't clean, right? So it gave me issues with cleaning with children. Like, I don't force them to clean. You know, obviously if you made a mess, you need to clean that up. But as far as making them responsible to clean the whole house, if when I come home, the place better be clean. If it's not clean, you know, see what's gonna happen. You know, I do let them know that I need help, but I mainly like have them responsible for their areas, their mess, and then the other chores that I would need them to do, right? But I do the bulk of the chores. I don't mind doing a lot of the chores, but I don't want to do all of the chores. You know what I'm saying? I don't mind being a mom and doing what I'm supposed to do, but sometimes it's too much. And it's okay. Some people prefer to do all the cleaning and they're okay with that. And some people make the children do all the cleaning. Some people share the responsibilities. And I think the healthy way as a parent is to share the responsibilities with chores. I think it's fair. I do think children should have chores, consistent chores. And, you know, so I applaud all the parents out there who have a healthy chore um, requirements for your children. You know, you all chip in as a family, not one person taking the burden of it and they're not okay with it. You know, there should be no child labor stuff going on. You feel me? Like, allow children to be children. Like, it's your home. You need to make sure it's maintained for the most part. Yes, your children are there, they're supposed to help you, but that's just my opinion. You know, I think some people just are raised with this slave mentality. Do as I say, and if you don't do it, I'm gonna beat you. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, so I have issues with cleaning overall growing up. Being forced to clean, I end up not liking to clean, and then having childhood depression, I didn't like to clean. And instead of being like, ask how's everything going, why are you, doing this, whatever, it's more so you're just nasty, you're a pig. You know what I'm saying? And not getting to the root of why your child doesn't like to clean, why their energy level is low, why they're lazy. Like, your child is depressed, and I think a lot of parents don't pick up on things. And if you don't know what to do or what to say, parents, it's okay to hire a professional therapist. Have your child talk to a counselor. If you feel like your children's emotions and their mental health is too much for you on your own, you need to seek out a professional. Stop trying to do it all. You got your own issues going on, so you need to make sure your child is in the best mental space. Mental health is so important, y'all. It's underrated. It needs to be like overrated. It's not talked about enough. It's not stressed enough. It's still a problem. People are more worried about production and looks and image than they do about people and what's going on inside. You know? Sammy P, they can read the chat, Sammy, okay? Everybody can see your comment, okay? You guys, Sammy has some medical issues. You guys want to read the chat and see? Go ahead and read the chat. And he is able to watch our live stream despite his injuries, okay? Okay. Well, I'm glad that you have the care that you have, Sammy. Anyway, everybody, so I just grew up with, yeah. So being a parent, as a parent, you have certain responsibilities, and you also are responsible for making sure your children know their responsibilities. I just never wanted my children to grow up feeling like they're being dictated, like dictatorship and control. Even though they go to school and there's certain things they have to do, like, no, you guys sit up straight, stay in line. Even that is like, you know, I don't like the force of order. I think it should be a healthy, like, hey, this is why we're doing this. Not like being screamed at, yelled at, and being severely punished. You know, Healthy boundaries and communication and stuff like that. I feel like we um, expect too much of children. A lot of parents, a lot of people need to be required to take child psychology, a few courses, and get, every parent I think should be required to get family counseling at the least. If you're not going to get one-on-one counseling, um, which you can't force people on that, but the health coverage is out there. Just not enough people are taking advantage of it. There are opportunities out there to make sure you're mentally sound, but not everyone is willing to do that. People still considered I can't talk. People still consider like mental health like you're crazy, like anxiety. Oh, you're crazy. Depression. You're crazy. What's wrong with you? Just get up. Just get up. Just smile. Just snap out of it. It's not that instant. There's people who really still think like that. They think that you're choosing to be sad. You know. Yes, there are times when you can easily snap out of something, but there's sometimes where things are longer lasting and it takes a long time to shake it. Every experience we have is not going to be like everybody's experience. You may have fell off your bike and scraped your knee and you get back up like, oh, it's okay, I'm fine. Somebody could fall off their bike and they're like traumatized for life. Like, I don't ever want to get back on a bike. I really hurt my knee and I was so scared when I fell. Like, I didn't feel safe, you know? And you have to respect everybody's position in their response to something. You can't be like, well, if that was me, I would have did that. Yeah, you would have did that, but you're not that person. Like, I think we like to like make people feel like, well, you should have did that because this is what I would do. But you're not that person. Even when you give somebody advice, you shouldn't be saying, you need to do that. I think you should do that. It should be like, what worked for me when I was having these issues or whatever is I did this. So even sometimes I have to catch myself with saying you. You got to be more speaking on your experience and not feel like you're trying to force something down people's throats. But anyways, I got off topic, as y'all can tell. Maybe we'll just call this just a mixed up live. Just a mixed up live. Hold on, y'all. Hey y'all, sorry about that. Sorry about that. I am back. I gotta start wiping my face before I take my contacts out. I gotta do better, y'all. It's y'all. I wear contacts and glasses, but I prefer to wear my glasses. But it's contacts are better for my eyes as far as like how much it helps with my vision. But when you have contact lens, when you wear contact lens, if you don't already know, you're more prone to eye issues like red eyes, dry eyes. Like we're mainly dry eyes, which can cause red eyes, right? Red eyes is a consequence of dry eyes. And so I've been having issues, y'all. TMI, off topic, and it's annoying. It's annoying. For like last year, maybe early this year, I had stopped wearing contacts for a while. Like I took a break. I took a little break. But I got right back to it because it's like the eye won't get any. I realized that even with the glasses on all the time, I was still having dry eyes. So I'm like, is it just like a problem that is too far gone? Yeah. Anyway, y'all, getting older is really cool. Like I love the wisdom. I love the wisdom that I'm gaining as I get older, but some of the issues that come along with getting older is annoying. But it comes along with it. I'm not even mad at it. You know, it is what it is. All I can do is find a solution to the problem, right? I can't sit and complain about it. What are you doing? What can you do better? Let's keep trying. You know what I'm saying? Don't just be like, whoa, it's me. It'll never get better. Anything can get better if you work on it. Anything can get better if you work on it, you know? Or a lot of things can get better when you work on it. Yeah, there's some things that might be just beyond repair, right? But I think overall, things can get better if you work on it. Hi, Martin Johnson. Martin. 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 He's so crazy. Mm, 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 mm. Mm, 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 mm. Yo, I feel like watching Martin right now. That's a classic show. It's only sad that it is tarnished with the reputation that Martin Lawrence was allegedly being inappropriate with Tisha Campbell. Okay, I know they worked that out. They squashed the beef, but it was some allegations that Martin was being inappropriate on the show, and I hate that happened. I wish that never happened. You know, it's such a shame. You know, but I didn't read any court documents, so I don't know like the details of anything. But you know, when I was growing up, that was the allegation. I feel like that was maintained, and I read about it. So it's just unfortunate. I hope she truly forgave him and she feels safe with him. Otherwise, you know, it could be tough dealing with somebody after they had been sexually inappropriate with you. You know, you're trying to go to work, do your job. It's like chill. You know, if it's consensual, fine. But if it's not, like that's not okay. Especially at work, you should be professional. You should be professional. You should be professional. Y'all, I've had so many like inappropriate interactions at work with people. Like, it's crazy. Yeah. And some people just seem like they have no boundaries. Like, chill. I make my jokes here and there, but I'm talking about when people are like harassing you and being very persistent and inappropriate, you know? Like if somebody says, hey, I'm not okay with that, or they seem uncomfortable, you definitely should back up. But to be safe, you really shouldn't be making, you know, inappropriate jokes targeted at somebody at work. You shouldn't. People have a right to be at work and be friendly with you and you not think they're trying to come on to you. You know what I'm saying? I feel like some people read flirtation wrong. I think there are some people who, if you flirt with them, they or you not even flirt. If you're nice to them, like, hi, how are you doing today? Oh, nice jacket. Oh, you got a nice smile. Have a good day. depending on the person, they might take it as, oh, ooh, she like me, like she trying to holler, you trying to let me hit, and they'll be like, oh, so what's up then? Like sometimes people are just being nice, and then sometimes people are blamed for their own, for a circumstance that they didn't put themselves in, you know. So for example, if a woman rejects a guy and he becomes violent, you know, sometimes people are on the side of him saying, oh well, she wanted it. Well, look what she had on, and she was flirting with him, and she said he wanted it. Okay, there are some people out there who don't believe that no means no, y'all. It's very unfortunate and sad. There are some people who don't believe that. Y'all, we're all over the place with the topic today. I'm going to end this poll. So I said, should you put a parent in a nursing home? And 50% of you said yes, and 50% of you said no. 4 people responded. Um, Hope everyone is doing well today, y'all. Really and truly. It has been raining here. It is raining currently. And I like it. I like the rain. I like the sound of the rain, but I don't want to be outside in the rain. I have like a love, not hate, but I have a love dislike relationship with rain, because as a child, rain, thunder, lightning really scared me, especially when it was dark. But I do love rain because it does look beautiful. But then sometimes you worry about the storm that's going to come with it. And that has been like a metaphor of my life, you know? Really and truly, y'all. But with life, you have to accept everything that comes with it. You have to allow yourself to feel feelings and not try to like hide them and bury them. Like if the topic in your mind keep coming up, it might be an issue that you need to address. If it's weighing heavy on your mind, you need to address it. And I'm always going to advocate for y'all to get some mental health support if you need to talk to somebody. Okay? You can't just be like, oh, the past is the past. The past can definitely affect your present and your future. So it is important to address your past. If there's something that happened to you when you were younger, or something, even if somebody just said something to you that rubs you the wrong way, and you don't feel comfortable with that, address it. If the person is safe to talk to, go ahead and bring it up to them. If they're not safe to talk to, write it in your journal. Speak to a counselor, a medical professional therapist, you know, even your regular doctor, because they might refer you to somebody. So you can go to your regular family doctor and talk to them about any mental health issues you're having or any struggles that you're having. But get it out, y'all. Don't bottle things up, because if something really upsets you and you're not over it, it will affect your life. And I'm sure many of you already know that you're living it, but some people are in denial about it. But those early experiences you had, or any experience you had that was like really a negative experience, really hard to deal with, can take a lifetime to get over, y'all. But we have to heal, y'all. If you want to live a healthy, long life, obviously nothing is predictable, and life is unpredictable. But if you want to live a healthy, long life, do your best to be healthy. You know what I'm saying? Everything that you're listening to, everything you're watching does affect your mental health. So just be mindful. Be mindful. I'm guilty of sometimes indulging in trash TV, but most of the time I try to avoid it. You know, for some reason humans were just drawn to anything that's gonna like give us a break from our own personal lives, right? Especially if it has a good storyline. I've been really getting into some like shows on Netflix. What did I just watch recently? The American Killer or something? I don't remember. Yeah, I've been getting. You guys leave some comments. Recommend any docuseries or good shows on Netflix that you guys are watching. And I also have Max, HBO Max, whatever they call it, Max. And I also have Tubi. I mean, Tubi's free. So any good shows, y'all, any good docu-series, documentaries that you recommend, leave it in the comments. So I am doing laundry, like I said, y'all. So you're going to hear me banging around. I'm just going to take y'all throughout the day with me. Like I said, so glad I don't have to be on camera. It just saves a lot of time, and you have to prop up the camera a certain way or hide a certain thing. You know, it's cool. So ignore the noise, y'all. It's just me moving around. Anyway, y'all, I was watching a video. I forgot the channel name. I'm gonna link it in my description. And he was talking about I forgot the name of the channel. He was talking about, I think he does videos like about certain people and compilations. And he was talking about cooking with Kaya, about how the backlash she faced and how she got the views and controversy. It was really good. It was done really well. Made some really good points about patriarchy and, you know, misogyny and um, feminism and all this stuff. But it was some good points made. I'm gonna link the video I'm talking about in the description, y'all. I forgot the name. It's like RH something, RHF, or I don't remember, y'all. I will get back with y'all on that. I will get back to you on that. All right, y'all. So I got one in the dryer. I need to put some in the washer. So I'm about to separate the clothes. I just do, y'all. I usually don't care what colors the stuff go in, but I try sometimes to separate colors and darks. I never have enough whites to wash a whole pile of whites, so the whites usually go with the lighter color clothes. How do you guys separate your colors? Anyway, we're gonna do what it do. But how is everybody doing, y'all? Leave a comment. Like this live if you can. Like this live if you can. I want something sweet. That's my problem, y'all. After I eat, I want something sweet. That is one of my problems. Ooh. Anyway, I'm about to separate the colors. Yeah, I need some eye drops right now. Y'all, you gotta stop trying to impress people. Yes, like for example, if you're trying to get a job, trying to get hired, and you gotta do what you gotta do, right? But overall, in your everyday life, don't live to try to impress people, y'all. Okay? Do not live to try to impress people. Love yourself, impress yourself, be a better you for you, y'all. Where's that eye wipe that I had? I gotta buy more of these things. It's like eye wipes. I don't know what you call them, but I can't find it. I think I ran out of them. It's all right. I'm definitely gonna try to buy some more. It's very important to clean your face before you take your contacts out or put your contacts in. You can't just wash your face. You gotta also make sure. Anyways, y'all need common sense stuff, okay? But I'm over here just looking like, girl, make sure you're doing everything right. Because this red eye business is not cool. Yo, I didn't really have a big topic. Like I said, I did come on talking about would you put a parent in a nursing home? And how would you feel if your children put you in a nursing home? And then I talked about cleaning, whether I like it or not. Again, I've never liked cleaning, y'all. One of my favorite books of all time, y'all. I forgot who wrote it, but it's called, I think it's called Jillian Jigs, but it goes, Jillian Jigs. It looks like your room has been lived in by pigs, y'all. Love me some. Anyway, she used to keep her room messy. Her mom's like, what are you doing? So I could relate to Jillian. Jillian was my girl back in the day because I used to keep my room messy. Didn't realize I was going through depression as a child. You feel me? I'm just trying to survive. And my parent look, and the parent will call you lazy or this and that just for trying to survive. Don't even know what you're going through. They're so focused on them having to work and be responsible that they forget about you. Like, parents often neglect their children's feelings, and it's a really sad situation. Everybody's mental health in the household matters, not just the parent. Just because you're working 2 jobs and you got to pay all the bills and blah 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 doesn't mean it's okay for you to bully your children and talk down to them. It's not okay. It doesn't give you the right. They didn't ask to be born. You are the parent. They are not allowed to work yet. They have their own responsibilities, yes, but they're not your slave. So, yeah. Everybody's mental health in the household matters, y'all. I saw a quote and I can't remember how it goes. Like, you're only as happy as your happiest child or something. Or, no, you're only as happy as your saddest child or something like that. Y'all, I can't remember. But basically, the moral of the story is everybody in the household mental health matters, in your children health matter. You can't just worry about your mental health. You got to worry about your child. Like, are they okay? How are they doing? What are their needs? Are you making sure their needs are being met? It matters, y'all. We're not superheroes, super parents, but resources, they're there. Ask questions, reach out for help. Like, life is hard enough, y'all, then to like have children. It's something else. Yeah. Hold on, y'all. Yo, I'm gonna come off live for a little bit. I will go live again later. I'm having some stuff I need to take care of, so I will come live later. Thank you for anybody who joined in. I didn't talk about much, but I appreciate it. I will try my best to come live later, y'all. Now that I know that I can go live without my camera on, y'all gonna get sick of me, okay? And it's okay. It's okay. Talk to y'all later. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe.